Most people don't know how the combustion engine works. They still use cars and buses. Most people don't know how hypertext transfer protocol works. They still use the World Wide Web. Most people don't understand what simple mail transfer protocol is, and they still send and receive emails. Almost everybody, including the Governor of the Bank of England, does not understand how our modern system of money, banking and credit works. I'm not sure I do. I struggle to find a single politician who can explain how money is created, and yet we all still use money. You don't need to understand how it works in order to use it. All you have to understand is that it does work. It is a new system of digital money for the internet. You might call it cash for the internet. But unlike pounds or dollars or euros, this money isn't issued by a government. Instead, it's issued by an international network of computers according to an open source protocol. That is a protocol that anyone can read. There's no government involvement in Bitcoin. It's apolitical money, and its value is determined by the market, what people are prepared to buy and sell it for. The network is more powerful than the world's top 500 supercomputers combined. The protocol has been studied and verified by about a gazillion nerds. It is technologically superior money. One thing that distinguishes this apolitical money from pounds or dollars or euros, that's money issued by government, is that there is a finite supply, 21 million coins. Governments can't tinker with Bitcoin's money supply with political objectives in mind and create more of it. The finite and limited supply means Bitcoin's value is likely to increase, unlike the purchasing power of government money, which decreases as more and more of it gets created. And if you dispute this, ask yourself what a pound buys you today or a dollar compared to 10, 20 or 50 years ago. Each Bitcoin is divisible to 8 decimal places. So the smallest denomination is the Satoshi or Sat, and there are thus 100 million Satoshis to a Bitcoin. A dollar would be about 2,500 sats. A penny would be about 35 sats. A cent, 25 sats. And that means you can send micropayments which amount to 1/35th of a penny. Now try getting a bank to process a payment of that size. And micropayments open up so many possibilities for economic growth. Imagine if instead of getting a like for this YouTube video or my Twitter or Insta or Facebook post, or indeed yours, I got a sat. It's a meaningless amount to the person paying it, but 1 million sats instead of 1 million likes would be over $400. Not bad. Micropayments will dramatically enable the Internet of Things. It's a huge growth area. The Internet is, broadly speaking, a borderless medium. I can communicate with pretty much anyone in the world instantaneously, as long as they have an internet connection. But if I want to cross borders in the real world, it's a time-consuming process. It requires visas, passports, security checks, and all the rest of it. If I want to send money to other parts of the world, this too can be a burdensome process, requiring forms, forex conversion, customs declarations, money laundering inquiries, and goodness knows what else. If I wanted to send a payment to somebody else in the world of, say, 10p or even 1/35th of a penny, it is just impossible. And that limits the possibilities of government money. Government money is also limited by national borders, by population, by economic size. Even the US dollar, which is the reserve currency of the world, is limited. If you try opening a US dollar account outside of the US, it's problematic. If you're living in remote rural Africa or Asia, it's well nigh impossible. It's hard enough getting a bank account in your own currency. But with Bitcoin, you can send to anyone, anywhere, huge value transactions or tiny value transaction. And the transfer is almost frictionless and almost instantaneous. Technically, it is a superior form of money to government currency. It's backed, as I say, by a rigorous computing system and not by the whims of central bankers and politicians who have other agenda in mind than maintaining the soundness of their money, their careers, not least. So, we're talking about a technologically superior form of money. The purchasing power is likely to increase rather than decrease, has greater scalability. Why use something like the pound as a savings vehicle then? It's lost a third of its value to inflation just since 2020. And with the potential of Bitcoin to become the default medium of exchange on the internet and in the Internet of Things, and with its potential also to become the default savings vehicle of the internet, both for individuals and for corporations, the potential of Bitcoin is simply immense. Why would you not want to have some exposure to something with such extraordinary potential? For me, the risk is not owning Bitcoin. The risk is surely not owning it.